All right, we're live.
We're live with Kristin Tate, backstage in the green room. Well, we just shot a show. A typical red eye, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a very fun red eye. Everyone should stay up and tune in at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Because everyone's up at 3 a.m. Everyone cool.
And look, I mean, half our audience is DVR people. I bet a lot of the people who are watching now use the DVR. And if you don't know how to program one, you've got to learn, because this you've got to take advantage of the DVR. People text me all the time, and they say, I'd love to watch your show, but I can't stay up late. And then I say back, well, DVR. They say, I have one, but I still don't use it. I mean, it's crazy. Just use it.
You are missing the best show on TV.
Yeah.
So DVR it.
Kristin, what did you think of Han tonight? He was kind of going after you.
Yeah. Han is a liberal, and Han and I get into it. It was a big fight, but I came out on top. I'm all good.
Yeah.
You've got to watch it go down. It was like being in the jungle. It was like animals going at it.
He's rough.
Yes.
But
and he was also anti-woman. He was calling me dumb because I'm a woman.
He was. He went where you're most vulnerable. But Kristin, how did you get started in this, whatever it is you do now? You're on Fox News, right? I remember when you were brand new, you had just written a book. Did you write the book in college, Government Call Wild?
Part of it. I wrote a book. It took me 4 years to write. I didn't even think it would get published. I kind of just wrote it for fun. But I got into politics because my dad would brainwash me at our dining room table every night.
Your dad's the one all your Instagram photos.
Yeah. My dad, he is super political, and we grew up in New Hampshire, where everyone works for a living. No one gets anything for free out there. You gotta work very hard, live free or die. And at the dinner table, he would say to my brother and I, what is the government? And we'd be like, the government is bad. He totally brainwashed us.
There we go.
And that's how I became a Republican. But then later in life, I found out that I disagreed with Republicans on many issues, like gay marriage, the drug wars, abortion. So I became a libertarian. And I wrote this book, which started out as like a libertarian manifesto for young people. Thought I'd put it on a blog or something, or self-publish it, and it just kind of grew into this big project. Hachette signed on with it and turned into a cool book.
The rest is history. And you get to hawk it, whenever you're on the show. Don't we say it when we do your intro?
Yes, you do.
That's the great
it's
thing
awesome.
Fox News, you can plug books all the time. So now, what is it? What do you think? Is it a broadcasting career? I mean, what's your... where are you heading? What's your goal? What's your love? You've done journalism, right?
Yeah, I used to work at Breitbart News. My passion is taking wonkish politics, and especially fiscal policy, and breaking it down into fun, easy to understand information for young people. Because my friends, they're all millennials, smart people, but they're not politically interested. They're kind of apathetic, and I want to get people interested in issues. Everyone's kind of interested in social issues. I want to get them interested in fiscal issues. So my next book, I'm writing another book, is actually on hidden taxes, and I'm exposing all of the ways the government sneaks fees and taxes into our daily lives.
I don't think that, what is it about young people, when the thing about it is, the social issues that happen in politics, they don't really affect them, because what happens is, as they're growing older, what happens is social issues tend to liberalize with time.
Right.
The march of time goes on, and then, so young people, their lives aren't being that affected by political social issues, but they are being affected by the entitlement state and the fact that their Social Security is never going to reach them, things like that. How can you communicate that to young people, that they're being taxed to death, that their economic future is in danger, that they're not going to have any retirement savings when they're older, things like that?
I think you need to make issues emotional. I think the reason why young people are so interested in social issues is because, we all have a friend who's gay. We've all, most people have tried pot at some point in their lives. We all have, little anecdotes and personal connections with those issues. But, tax policy, that's boring. That's abstract. You need to make that stuff relatable by making it emotional and telling stories and making it fun to the extent that it can be fun.
Well, what's wrong with Republicans? I mean, they've absolutely dropped the ball as far as communicating with young people.
Yep.
Trump picked it up, and the thing is, he had trouble with young people, but the thing is, at least he knew how to speak in normal language.
And that is a fantastic start. So Republicans have two issues. One is on the policy side. They're kind of war hawks, which doesn't play well with young people, and then on the social issues. But the communication is the big one. And Trump is a phenomenal communicator, which is why I think if he does things right, in 8 years down the road, he'll probably be a beloved president by the millennial generation if he can create jobs.
Well, it's like the expectations game. You know, one of the things about Obama was that he came in with so much hope. Young people were like, this is going to be amazing.
Right.
The entire world is going to change. And then when it didn't really change, I think a lot of young people were like, wow, this wasn't that great. You know,
Right.
like, all the promise, what was that? This is the hope and change. This is what we got, right? So I think with Trump, you've got...
The bar's so low, it's just
They
pretty
think that
easy
it's going to be Armageddon. So
Yeah.
all we have to do is, I think after a couple of years, these young people who think that, we have the Fourth Reich or whatever, the things that they're saying, that when they see that it doesn't happen, maybe they'll give the right wing a shot.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, if you look at my Facebook feed, my friends, they think the world is ending. They think that our president has literally banned all Muslims from coming into this country.
Yeah.
They just don't know what's going on. But one thing I can tell you, Tom, is young people really need good jobs. I mean, there are not a lot of good jobs out there. So if Trump lowers the corporate tax rate, does good things for the economy, that creates jobs, that will really help with young people. And, when they see that the world isn't ending, coupled with that,
Yeah.
it could be good.
How can we do the jobs, though? Because it's like... Well, I mean, we talk about robots every night on this show.
I
And
know.
the idea that-
I noticed that.
Yeah, I mean, we're obsessed with robots, but the thing is, automation really is going to swallow up. I mean, it swallows up 80,000, 100,000, 200,000 jobs at a time.
Yeah, but young people, they don't want to work in plants. Young people don't want to do that. Young people are tech savvy. We are the native tech generation, which means we grew up with technology. We want to be running social media accounts. We want to be, coding, doing stuff like that. We need to train young people to do that stuff, and that's what we want to do.
But is there enough of it?
Absolutely. If you lower the corporate tax rate, you will see millennials creating interesting, innovative little companies and older people creating new, innovative companies, and they'll hire more millennials. That's what we've got to do. I mean, I don't think manufacturing is the future.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to do it, though, right? Someone's got to...
Well, yeah, to the extent that the jobs are available, trust me, millennials will take a job if it's available.
They got to deliver things. I was walking to work today, and there was a guy with boxes, FedEx, and we have 3 times a day, there are people knock at our door to bring our boxes because we get our groceries in boxes we get the groceries delivered, we get all our stuff from Amazon.
Right.
And it's just deliveries, and I'm thinking, like, see, that's what, you got to have someone bringing the boxes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, those, exactly. And if we can make more of those jobs, great. Trust me, millennials will want those. I have a ton of friends who have degrees from pretty good schools, and they can't find any job. They're sitting at their parents' house.
Yeah. So what's the top questions that are coming in from people?
Doug Sweeney just asked 2 questions. Where did you attend college? Or 3, is it obligatory for young people to be liberal on social issues like homosexual marriage? Would you like to have your own show on Fox Business Network or Fox News Channel?
Okay, one... what was the first one again?
Where'd you go to
where did
college?
I go to college? Emerson College. And guess what?
Oh, I
Tom
did
is
too.
an Emersonian too.
Yeah.
And Emerson College is the most liberal, crazy school ever.
Super gay, too. It was super gay when I was there.
No, it's super gay.
It was like way gay on the guys.
Really hard for me because I went to college. I watched all the movies about people like going to college and having these like fun parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And I show up and like every guy I meet is gay. So I had a ton of gay best friends. But it was a cool college, just really liberal. And I was there during the 2012. My senior year was the 2012 presidential election. And I came out as a Ron Paul supporter that year. It was not pretty.
Really?
It was
Don't
not
they have
pretty.
tolerance for
No, I
libertarians?
thought so. I thought they would, but they did not. It was not pretty.
Yeah.
Number 2.
He asked, is it obligatory for young people to be liberal on social issues?
Oh.
I don't know what he means by obligatory, but...
I mean, yeah, you'll get ostracized if you're not, unless you're in the Bible Belt. Like, I lived in Houston for a while, and a lot of young people down there are still, I would say, conservative on those issues.
Yeah.
Do you want your own show at Fox Business or Fox News?
Yes.
Well, what shows do you do? You're popular on Red Eye. What are the other shows that you've done?
Hannity,
big,
O'Reilly, I've done a couple times.
Stossel?
Stossel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you were on Stossel.
Yeah.
Do they know that
Happening
Kayvon came
now.
to us from Stossel?
Yes, Kayvon.
Hey.
Selfie, Kayvon.
Yeah, he's the man with the camera. Yeah.
Kayvon is awesome, and he came from Stossel, which means, you've got to be cool.
Thanks. John is the best, too. John and Tom are both great.
Yeah.
Who's
John
John
Stossel.
Stossel.
Oh, John Stossel. Yeah,
John.
Yeah.
I think I'm like O'Reilly. I think I'm hey, Stossel. You're older than me. He's always saying that.
But yeah, no, Stossel's awesome, and I love that Fox is libertarian friendly.
Yeah, but is that, would that be your ultimate thing? Or, I mean, you're not an actress. You're not going to go like Joanne and go into acting.
Yeah, no, definitely. I love anything I can do to get, like, my message out there. I love. Even, like, stuff like this, Facebook Live. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we can reach so many people this way. I mean, I would love to do a show. I love doing Fox. It's all good. Every way I can get my message out.
What about government? A lot of people move here from, like, like Kellyanne was like a, like a Fox News type person. She's a communicator. Would you go take a job, like, first, like, what if Trump called you to be like a Hope Hicks type? Would you like to do that?
If I truly believed in the candidate, but I really don't naturally gravitate towards government. I really hate DC, and I really don't want to be like a government bureaucrat. But if there were someone who went in there that I believed in, and he was like, come work for me, I would probably give it a try. I would give it a shot.
Yeah. All right. I'm sure you guys already follow Kristin, but what are you? You're Kristin Tate on Twitter,
Kristin
right?
B. Tate. Kristin Tate is a porn star.
Are you kidding?
Don't follow her.
Why haven't we made a hay of that? We should advertise
It's gonna be your
that.
next intro.
Yeah, definitely. She shouldn't have mentioned that. So find her on Twitter, also on Facebook, and thanks for doing it.
Thanks,
See you again.
Tom.
When do you
I love Red
When do you
Eye.
want next again?
2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, I believe.
2 weeks. All right.
So,
See you later, guys.
thank you, Tom.